Green.
Those are colors, yes.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, defaultfox.wev. Hello, everybody. We are back. We are back for another daily.
Yeah.
After a long day of our own, it's time to settle into Tiderunner. Heck yeah.
Very excited.
Cat, Peri, and Max. That's an interesting crew.
Oh, so this was the one that Dunkel was describing to me earlier. Okay, I wasn't sure whenever you said.
Spoilers for me. This is all new to me. No skips, so it's going to be a bigger deck. But we start with thin deck, so no basics. Which is interesting for a run where we have Cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to make AI overflow a little bit better or worse depending on the situation and what other cards we're able to pick up. The only other modifier is binary bosses, which just makes all boss fights binary stars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, interesting one. No skips is always, I don't know, like it kind of throws a lot of the meta for other runs out the window. We do have Max, so Max.max is quite possible.
Mm-hmm.
And we have both Peri and Cat, so there's a decent chance of getting a combination of cards which can be used to eliminate Cleo. I am curious which EXEs we end up with.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
B.
Trade 2 random cards to type B, pick from 3 uncommons, or remove 2 cards. Removing 2 cards up front is somewhat tempting since there's no skips, so we're going to end up with a big deck anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But given thin deck, we're already starting with a positively tiny deck. However,
deck.
I could just eliminate Cat entirely, which would be kind of funny to me.
Yeah?
Granted, on the other hand,
Those are pretty good.
anything I eliminate is going to mean the Corrupted Core shows up more often, but we can also just exhaust that. Also, we have admin deploy because we have Max, so the deck growing in size isn't going to be quite as much of a downside since we can exhaust cards on the fly.
And Tiderunner draws 5 cards.
Tiderunner does draw 5.
So, actually...
Unlike, Ares.
So, let's think this through. We would get 2 instant move every turn, and the option to have 2 block every turn.
As well as multi-shot. And whatever navigation we get from card order by moving the ship around. Tiderunner style, but...
I kind of like that idea.
But also consider we're basically going to be drawing the same cards every turn, even if we don't remove 2, at least up front. Like, once Corrupted Core is played, it's just reroll, admin deploy, multi-shot, lunge, the 2 EXEs, so that's 6 cards.
That's true.
And the EXEs could easily give us cards that exhaust as well. 2 random type Bs wouldn't be bad. If it were the EXEs, it would just give us more choice.
Multi-shot B is great because it pierces.
Multi-shot B is nice. Lunge B gives you extra damage, which would be also nice. Admin deploy B wouldn't help us nearly as much. That would kind of be a detriment to the run, I think, because it gets rid of the exhausting, which is a pretty useful mechanic for a run with no skip.
But
reroll B would be fine. It would give us permanent block instead of temp, and we don't have any other sources of that right now. So it's really just admin deploy that I wouldn't want to get the B upgrade on.
well, admin deploy B would allow us to take expensive cards and not have to worry about the price.
To an extent. The bigger the deck gets, the less that's the case, because you're unlikely to draw them both on the same turn.
Hello, Ash.
But picking from 3 uncommons is by far the least useful option here, so I think it's either we remove 2 or we take the upgrades and hope that it lands on other things.
Having Lightspeed boot disk on admin deploy B could be really interesting.
I don't think that would make any sense. There's
No,
just
it
gonna be
wouldn't.
better
No, it'd be
cards
more
to put it on.
useful to have retain than it would buoyant. Never mind.
Yeah. Which sticky note does.
Right, yeah, I forgot the correct artifact.
Yeah, I don't know. So neither Dizzy or Isaac EXCs are likely to help me kill faster in most cases.
No, not really.
However, they do both provide me with defensive options I wouldn't otherwise have. And especially since I don't have any way of generating block or evade. I mean, evade's less of a problem because it's Tiderunner, and we have lunge.
Was it reroll B that gave you real shield?
Yes.
Okay.
But also it's no skip, so like, we'll be able to get more things pretty quickly, and we'll continue getting more things consistently. So I think maybe just removing the EXCs and rolling with it is the way to go here.
I think so. I think that would be fun.
Okay, we get a little silly with it.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, we just try again.
No, if it doesn't work out, I stubbornly finish the run as per usual, and we just get a less good score. Oh, right. Tiderunner. Anchor. We're gonna draw an anchor every turn because we have a small hand. That was maybe the part of it that I wasn't thinking through. Okay. Oops. However, we have admin deploy, so anchor can become a thing of the past pretty quickly.
Yeah. We'll just waste the multi-shot, but we can admin deploy the anchor away.
Yeah. Lunge would put me back in the line of fire, as would reroll, so I guess there's not much point in doing either here.
Yeah.
We'll just use this as a setup turn. This one getting shield is going to be annoying. Admin deploy being on the left side is also pretty inconvenient here because it means I can't move into range unless I want to give up lunge, which I don't especially.
No.
Not that it's been super helpful so far, but...
I mean, Cicada's going to want to keep moving to the left.
Why?
Doesn't it?
No, it just targets either side.
Oh, okay.
Problem with Zone 1 Cicada is that it doesn't move on turns where it doesn't attack, which means that if you dodge its attacks in a way that doesn't set you up to hit, then you're kind of SOL. Which is the situation I now find myself in. No point in me playing either of those cards, I just did it just because. Oh, at least we finally got lunge. Let me think through this. So if I lunge first, that'll put me 1 over, and then I would multi-shot, and that would put me back where I started. If I multi-shot first, and then lunge, I'll be 1 over, and then I can reroll to move out of the way. Hooray! Oh, reroll helps here a good bit, actually. That lets us line up lunge.
Nice.
Now we're getting there. We just have to count on them targeting the right side of our ship and not the left side. Would put me 1 over, that would move me back where I started, reroll would move me out of the way. It's really weird having a 4-card hand.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, that took a lot of turns for first combat, but
We got there.
still less turns than the last daily I played. That was off stream, but it was kind of a silly one. Okay, Lazy Barrage, multi-shot, or another admin deploy. Another admin deploy seems a little excessive.
Yeah.
It could come in handy later on, but right now it's basically just going to be trash. Lazy Barrage could be useful as a movement option, but it's kind of expensive for the damage it does. Having a second multi-shot is kind of tempting.
Yeah, I think that's the choice.
Granted,
Although-
without having evade, giving another option for movement isn't the worst.
And that might work nicely with lunge, because it would move the enemy to the right.
I suppose. I mean, I have to hit in order for it to do that.
That's
but
true. I don't know. Multi-shot is always nice.
yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, 3 elites. Let's go.
Yep.
Looks like that is the obvious path and the only one that really makes sense. We do get a second repair yard this sector as a result too.
Our choice of repair yards.
That's true. I can ask y'all up or down for something that will be entirely the same thing.
Yep.
Okay, if I re-roll and then admin deploy, it will move me and get rid of anchor. And then I think that'll put me 2 to the left because it'll do admin deploy and anchor. And then I can play the corrupted core to move back to the right.
So how does it work with reroll? Because I haven't figured out how the hand shuffle actually does.
It just flips the hand. It just
Oh, it
reverses
just
the hand.
reverses it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I didn't
upgrade
think
of
about that.
reroll shuffles, reroll B gives you real
just
shield
shuffles,
and also
okay.
shuffles instead of reversing.
Got it.
But
Okay.
reroll and reroll A just reverse the card order.
Okay. Because you were talking about that like it was deterministic, and I was just like, huh?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't. Yeah. Didn't read the card closely enough.
Okay, yeah. So once again, turn 1 is a setup turn. However, it was a very efficient setup turn.
Hello, Shaka.
I know I've upgraded reroll at least once. There was some situation where it made sense to do. Oh, it sucks getting lunge on the left side of the hand when I'm off to the left. This might be a turn where it's worth spending my evade, but I also don't want to make problems for myself later if I get stuck in a bad situation where I need that extra bit of movement.
We can get rid of the shield.
Well, it's gonna shield again at the end of this turn, so if I don't
Oh,
do any
yes.
damage this turn, it's not the end of the world.
Fair enough.
I do also have reroll. That would move me to the right, though. I mean, I could just deploy lunge and hope that I don't need lunge and just lean into the multi-shots. All the trash from Pupa is really gonna suck with how small my deck is. Like, this hand is my whole deck right now.
Yep.
With that in mind, I probably shouldn't admin deploy one of my only attacks. I guess if I lunge and then... No, yeah, lunge and multi-shot would just get me back where I started. I don't want to admin deploy a multi-shot, that's for sure. Reroll would move me 1 to the right. And then another multi-shot would also get me backwards. Yeah, this is just not a good turn. If I don't spend the evade, I can't do anything useful.
Try again next time.
The attacks on this guy are normally 2 damage each, right? From each cannon.
Hello, Shiny.
I want to say that's correct. I could block one of those with reroll. So realistically, lunge... Not having lunge probably isn't the worst thing. Or not having the evade, rather.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna YOLO it. It would be a shame to waste the turn. Hopefully we don't need that. Shiny doing the Joker info, or intro. Oh, I don't know. I know there's a number of different folks that use the "Hey guys, so-and-so here."
Oh, wow.
It's a whole thing. Okay, lunge would move me 3 over, which would put me where I want to be. And I guess I can multi-shot trash and just stay where I'm at. Honestly, this is so far going better than I expected. As far as pupa goes. There we go.
Nicely done.
Shiny, I don't know if you've seen this daily yet, but it's both thin deck and no skip. And I got the remove 2 cards starter option, so I just obliterated Cat's cards because I thought that was a fun way to start things off. Another admin deploy being offered. So
we can go even further to the right.
Yeah, Scooter Isaac. I mean, I feel like I've been having trouble getting left more so than right. Lunge already gives me a lot of rightward movement.
We're getting a table flip at some point.
I think taking the Isaac card back is probably a little more worthwhile.
Yeah, maybe so.
That is one of the 2 cards I removed at the beginning. So I essentially just bought myself a card skip. Yeah, I mean, like, worst case, it doesn't give me a useful Isaac card. I can admin deploy it if I need to, so. Ah, Monarch. I do wonder if the 2 B upgrades would have given us multi-shot B, because that would be really nice here.
Yeah.
Did not get an admin deploy set up for Anchor this time. Although it does mean we can lunge without moving. I think I'm probably better off getting rid of Corrupted Core though, while I have the chance. We'll do plenty of damage with those multi-shots. Anchor again. If we play lunge first and then re-roll, I can admin deploy it, although that wastes the turn otherwise. I could see what Isaac has. There's no way I can get over with lunge to attack, so I guess it's probably better to just do the known good thing and get rid of Anchor. Oh, it was on reroll and Isaac. Okay. Well, reroll B definitely wouldn't be the worst since you would get an actual way to make shield, which you don't otherwise have with this one. Just enough damage. Oh, alright, here's a more interesting choice. Dice roll or wave charge?
I think getting the piercing would be useful.
Yeah. I tend to be... Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, with how small our deck is, having that would be great, because it's 0 cost and I would draw it basically every turn.
That's a good candidate for upgrade later.
And it's also 2 cost, so if it works out in a favorable position, I can admin deploy it for cheap.
True. Hi, Drake.
We've been seeing a lot of Drake over on your channel lately.
Yeah.
Speaking of channels, I always forget to do that thing.
Yeah, well, you know.
Go. Right then. No admin deploy, so if I want to wave charge, I gotta do it the old-fashioned way. It does add it to my hand, so it would make me move right if I did play it this turn. Not the worst thing.
No.
Yeah, actually, I think I'll do that in lieu of the multi-shot. I'll just wave charge, wave beam to get out of the way here, and then get rid of this corrupted core.
Love that.
Of course, now I get anchor. That's inconvenient. And we got anchor again. This one's gonna be a little harder to dodge. I'll probably just block the 1 damage cannon. Trying to think of how I can line myself up for a shot in the first place without spending evade. I guess reroll. Reroll would take me 1 to the left. Then I'd have 1 energy left. And I could play lunge. It would jump me over to the 1 to attack and then scoot me back to where I started.
I mean, you could lunge, wave beam, reroll, and just not move at all.
Just not what?
If you played lunge, wave beam, and reroll, you would waste 1 damage on the asteroid, but...
Well, yeah, but why would I bother wasting a damage on the asteroid when I could just not waste a damage on the asteroid?
I'm just saying it's an option if you didn't feel like it.
I mean, I guess it would let me play Isaac.exe instead of Anchor, but I don't know how much that would help right now.
I mean, it might block your 1 damage. Wait, no, it wouldn't.
I'm gonna do this. If I Anchor and reroll, that gets me to where I can play wave beam, and then lunge gets me back where I started. Solid damage and I block all the incoming, it seems fine to me.
I love that.
I keep on drawing that darn anchor. Don't really have a good way of dealing with it here, so... If I anchor and then play Isaac, I can at least line up a single multi-shot. small boulder the size of a large boulder? Or was it large boulder the size of a small boulder?
No, you had it right there.
0 costs are handy to have with Tiderunner, right? That seems like a good idea. Speaking of which...
Bye-bye.
I think that was the first combat so far that I haven't exhausted Anchor for. Booksteady.exe, Maxsteady.exe, Temporal Anomaly. Temporal's pretty strong damage, but I do also already have pretty strong damage from Peri without the downside. I also don't have any cat cards besides that to play that don't exhaust.
Yeah.
So I would have to play it again to get cat back, which would kind of suck. Booksteady.exe is always solid.
I was really thinking that loudly.
Yeah, it gives you a lot better value than some of the other EXEs.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go that route. Hopefully Books is generous this time. Premeditation. God darn it. That one always screws with me.
I feel that.
Premeditation would be handy here.
Yeah.
Having some movement, pretty good.
To the
Ion
left.
Converter though, because I do end turns with extra energy reasonably often, and
You
I
do.
don't otherwise have any way of getting shield.
But we also then get hull plating, which we don't need.
No,
in the daily.
I don't want hull plating. I would much rather
I-
take one of these two.
Misremembered.
It's really just a, do I want the option to move left, or do I want a way to gain shield?
I think in the end, Ion Converter might be more useful.
I was thinking the opposite.
I'm thinking at some point we'll get table flip, so that all of the movement cards will eventually just allow us to move left anyway.
There's no guarantee of that, and that's also not something I prioritize heavily in a daily anyways, because it doesn't usually contribute to the speed at which you defeat enemies.
I suppose, but it does contribute to you not taking hull damage.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you a little bit more movement, a little more survivability, but like most of the time it's not high enough of a priority for me to take it in a daily.
It's totally fair. I don't know. My logic is we don't really have much in the way of piercing right now. The battles are going to be a little longer.
I mean, I don't know, we have Wave Beam. Like, that's... Getting that every turn, or even every other turn, is a lot more piercing than some decks. I think just being able to move left and make better use of those turns where I draw a lunge and can't use it, or, you know, I'm offsides to the right and lunge is in the leftmost spot in the hand, or whatever. I guess the downside with Glissade is that since it does have Retain, until I spend it, I won't be able to move left with cards in my hand.
That's
So that is
also
gonna
true.
incentivize me using it earlier in the combat.
Unless you use reroll.
Unless I use reroll, yeah. I think I still like Premeditation. I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
It's more flexible. It can be used both offensively and defensively. Like right now. Where I can use it to set up multi-shot on the weak spot. Granted, piercing is probably gonna be the end of this fight anyways, so maybe I shouldn't bother. Actually, this would be a good fight to have shield for, so,
Books.
Yeah, Books and Corrupted Core.
shift.
Yeah, swizzle seems good. More leftward movement, more free movement, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Or free the first time I play it, at least. Okay, so the name of the game here is get wave beam, use wave beam as much as possible, as fast as possible.
Yeah, realistically speaking, you only need to use wave beam twice.
As long as I hit the weak spot,
Correct.
yeah. Fortunately, won't be able to do it here unless I guess I can anchor and then use my evade. That might be the way to do it.
If you re-roll, you won't take damage.
I know, but if I anchor and use my evade to get to the left one, I can use the wave beam. Oh, right, that would... The wave beam itself is on the right, it would put me back to the right. Okay, so if I anchor and then glissade to the left, that puts me 3 and then I would miss. That's unfortunate.
So I think what you would... An idea would be to re-roll wave beam, anchor, glissade.
I only have 1 energy.
Oh, hi. So I wasn't paying attention to that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can play wave beam here without taking damage.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll just re-roll and wait for next time, I guess. Okay, we did at least get it this time and lined up properly. See if Isaac has anything useful. Space Mine, that might save us some trouble. Flux Move would be nice if it weren't so darned expensive. And I don't really need the drone shift, so we'll throw a mine up. That at least gives us 1 less spot to get hit next turn. Ow. Damn it. Well, that sucks. I guess if I glissade, I could admin deploy safety override.
Yeah.
That at least takes a little bit of the risk out for however long this fight drags on.
These things happen.
Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. That was a mistake, because now if I safety override, I hit the mine. Oh well. Yeah, okay, good thing I spotted that one. Also still didn't get my wave beam. Maybe I should have just gone for the kill the normal way, because I might have been close at this point. Oh well. There it is. Now, can I actually get there? Anchor takes me to the right. I guess I could then admin deploy and that would take me 2 to the left.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool. Good work.
Well, taking that damage was unfortunate, but I don't think there was a whole lot I could have done to avoid that other than taking Ion Converter instead of Premeditation, but... Root Access would be nice here as a card that doesn't really take up space. You play it once and then it's gone, and it's 0 cost. But Jack of all trades would be good as a way to gain block and evade since we don't otherwise have that. I do like Root Access though, because giving Root Access to like Wave Beam or something would be really nice. Or Admin Deploy.
But generating block, not the worst. Unfortunately, those are expensive block cards.
Yeah.
I forgot that Jack of all trades B had drone shift.
Yep. I'm kind of a fan of Root Access for now. I don't know.
What does the upgrade path look like on system security? I just forget it. They're all 2 cost, okay.
Yeah, you get Recycle with one or you get a second block with the other. It's never one that I've felt is especially worth upgrading.
Remind me how Recycle works.
Once you play the card, it immediately goes to the top of your draw pile.
I see. Okay, thanks.
So you'll draw it again the next time you draw a card.
Okay.
Easiest example I can think of is the Jupiter drone in the Jupiter.
Oh, sure.
Something you have to think about if you have characters with card draw or cards with card draw. Because if you play your card with Recycle before you play the card draw, you will just draw that card again, and that's not always desired.
Yeah, makes sense.
Recycle is indeed funky. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going with my gut instead of with what would be smart and conservative, and I'm going to leave Jack of all trades on the table. Chaff emitters, ricochet paddle, strong start. Boost is like, I don't know, it's neat as an idea, but it's something I've struggled to make good use of depending on...
So that could be interesting for Book Study XE, giving you another shard.
I suppose, yeah. The only thing I can think of is like later on if I get overdrive or power drive cards from Peri, then it would be handy to have there.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen any yet.
Well, it's still really early on. Only halfway through
guess,
Zone 1.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
I'm thinking either that or Chaff for later.
I do like Strong Start, personally.
I don't know. I struggle to make use of it a lot of the time, and also the fact that it can still boost negative effects kind of sucks. Like, if I got this against Rail Cannon and didn't have any way to use it up quickly,
True.
then I would get too shaken, that sort of thing. Or even just if I like had Math.max in the deck and I got that before I got whatever other card to use the boost with.
Because you'd have 2 or -4 card draw next turn or whatever it was.
Well, it'd be -3 instead of 2, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Doesn't double it, right?
I'm thinking we just take Chaff.
Okay. Oh yeah, I suppose we can split there too.
Yeah, this is a good time to be asking chat, should we be going up or down on these 2 artifacts? We want to see what's in the middle or venture further downward? Up, uppy-er. It is more uppy than down, but it is not quite as uppy as up. Oh, crosslink's wonderful.
Yep, sure is.
There's that source of evade.
Ooh, up or down? Damn.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, this version of Cleo.
It's the same Cleo. They just know where to find us each loop. Don't worry about it.
Wave Charge A makes it 1 cost, right?
No, it just gives it more power.
Oh, Wave Beam gets upgraded, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and Wave Charge B just gives you 2 of them,
In the
which
drop pile. Which
isn't terrible, but it puts it in the drop pile, which is less of a downside right now because I still have a small deck, but by the end of this I will not have a small deck, so...
That's true.
We do get this extra Peri yard, so we'll still have another one before the crystal fight.
Root Access and Book Study XE to pull Crystal Shard. I mean,
I'm confused as to what you're suggesting by that.
just keep recycling Crystal Shard, basically. This Crystal Shard is 0 cost, isn't it?
Oh, like Perfect Shard if I were to get a Perfect Shard and then have a Crystal Shard in the deck. Gotcha. Yeah.
And you just evade for days, I guess.
Okay, so... as far as things to upgrade or remove here, though, I could ditch another card just to try and fight the battle of attrition to keep the deck small. Dumping Isaac at this point wouldn't be the worst.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it would be infinite movement if I hit that combo, but it would require a lot of luck in the setup. Because I would have to get Root Access B and the Crystal Shard in the same hand with the right positioning in order to set it up.
It seems silly.
It is silly. I don't know if it's worth trying for on a daily, though.
That's fair.
At least not with the plotting pace that I go through them at. I'd rather have a surer strategy to hang my hat upon. Fair enough, yeah. Admin deploy A might not be the worst. Then again, I'm not really trying to get rid of stuff en masse yet. Yeah, I'm thinking we either upgrade a multi-shot or upgrade Wave Charge here. Wave Charge B would be pretty good value. Wave Charge A also pretty good value.
Yeah,
Wave
I agree
Charge
with that.
A would be better right now because it would give me more damage right away and it would stay in the hand. Wave Charge B might be better later in the game when I have a bigger deck because it would give me more of them, so I'd be more likely to actually draw one.
Yeah. I think up front, Wave Charge A is good.
Yeah. Let's do that then.
That's good.
Boy oh boy.
I'm good at this. Yeah, I'm sure you are, buddy.
Well, I actually got Anchor on a turn where I don't mind having it. Granted, if I really wanted to, I could play Isaac and Glissade here and then deploy the Anchor. That's
But the Anchor could be very useful here in this fight.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's useful this turn, but it's otherwise still a detriment. But I think I'm better off playing Wave Charge and Isaac and just leaving it for now. Yep. opportunity to start doing damage is great.
Okay.
Probably Boulder Bundle, since Solar
Honestly?
Breeze won't... I mean, Solar Breeze would give me movement, but... Boulder is at least gonna give me some extra defensive option.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that's a good option.
And I can still move around with the pebbles, so...
Yep.
Okay, pretty far from the brittle spot. By both Glissade and reroll, then I could line myself up with it. I guess I'm probably gonna want to reroll anyways to save my shield. Glissade reroll would leave me with 2 energy. I could multi-shot and books. Yeah, let's do that, because I can at least multi-shot the brittle spot. That'd be nice. Okay, I would like to spend Books EXE, but I also don't want to end up with 3 damage instead of 2, so I guess I'll just get rid of the Corrupted Core. Which is also fine. Nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, here's where Boulder Bundle as a movement technique might come in. I would kinda like to multi-shot first, but... Well, actually, if I re-roll, then multi-shot, that starts me moving to the right. Then I can play Boulder Bundle and move the rest of the way. I do enjoy silly theory crafting. Oh yeah, I've got crosslink. I can actually just use evade now.
Crosslink. Very good.
Yes. Oh, with that in mind, maybe I should gamble and see what Books EXE gives me. I mean, even worst case, I've got 3 block. I could just stay here. Or move back here with an evade, I mean. Let's do that. Let's find out. Their concept's nice. Oh, whoops, I guess I could have... Darn it, I should have just played the root access, given this retain, and gotten out of the way that way. That's fine, it's not likely to matter too much.
Well, of the 11 left, we can comfortably do 5.
I have 3 evade, so I could actually get to the brittle spot, and that would get me lethal. Because that'd be 6, that'd be 4, that'd be another 1.
I suppose, yeah. Yep, do it up.
We love exact lethal.
Get out of here, Jumbo. Nadie le quiere.
Oh, inverter, but we have no source of shield right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't
Inverter A so good.
see that changing anytime soon, at least not to a significant degree. Shuffle shot's at least, 2 damage, it's not bad. The shuffling aspect is a little screwy with Tiderunner, but...
Eh. introduces some randomness.
That is kind of Max's thing. Oh, overclock generator's very nice. Cockpit lock on, also very nice. I don't know if we have the maneuverability to consistently make use of cockpit lock on. Crosslink definitely helps with that, but the extra energy might ultimately be more helpful. I don't know.
I think...
But we do have a lot of multi-shot, so...
Yeah.
I do think that extra energy is gonna help, but... What's that?
It's a tough call for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with this being a daily, I lean more toward opportunistic aggression.
I guess.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm just not sure, like, if it would be as helpful, just because it's gonna be hard to get that positioning. Like with Jumbo, we only attack the brittle spot at the end.
I feel like if we played books more often, we would get more consistent evasion, but I understand.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's hard. Like...
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I think, yeah, I mean, cockpit lock-on has a lot of potential, and if later in the run I have better maneuverability, it will help pretty significantly.
I still think that's my vote.
Yeah, we'll do it. We will risk it. Do the aggressive option. Well, with that in mind, multi-shot A.
Honestly?
Tempting.
We have a B, don't we? No, we don't.
No, we have wave charge for piercing, but we don't have either of our multi-shots upgraded.
Oh right, we were talking about how we would like multi-shot to be upgraded to a B if we chose that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Multi-shot A is solid. Yeah.
Lunge A might also be nice just to give us flippable on that.
Yeah. That's fair.
We're a little bit less constrained now that we have evade.
That said, now that we did take
cockpit lock on?
Yeah. Yeah, no, lunge A. I feel like that's going to allow us to more consistently play into it.
I don't know. I mean, like with Glissade and Crosslink and books, I feel like we do already have a lot of movement options.
It's either going to be a lunge or multi-shot.
Yeah.
And really though, like, I still almost feel multi-shot B.
I think we've got good piercing options. I think we're fine just with the wave charge already being upgraded.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Besides which, for fights like the Crystal where piercing doesn't matter, it's good to have the extra damage.
You're not wrong. No cockpits, but...
Yeah. No cockpits, none of that, yeah. Crystal also being mean with the layout for turn 1 here. Oh, yes. Also, it's a binary star. Also, there's an ad break because it's been an hour. So before I start digging into this, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that break. We will be back in 4 or 5 minutes. This is a great time to get up, stretch, drink some water. Take some time to take care of yourself in whatever way is most practical, and we will see you back here in a few.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. So, we have the big crystal.
Ah.
We have anchor. And a rather inconvenient set of attack placement here. However, if I were to play anchor and then play glissade and wave charge, I could get myself over to the left here, which generally with Tiderunner, dodging left on this one is the more effective strategy. That would leave me with one more energy to play something else. So I guess it's just a question of, do we want to see what's coming from Books or Isaac first? Probably Books. I feel like that's going to have a greater bearing on strategy. Ooh, a Glimmer Shot.
Mm-hmm.
Glimmer Shot, Mage Hand, more reliable. I like Glimmer Shot in that it gets out of the way after doing its damage. Mage Hand is a nice source of block, but after we play it the couple of times we won't have any more shards, so then it's just going to be a basic block. Disambiguation is the main thing about it. Yeah. Yeah, let's go for that attack right away, and then we can play Anchor and start getting over to the... Or actually, let's not go for that attack right away. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter either way, does it? Yeah, it does not. Okay. We will get another evade from Crosslink here, though, so I suppose that works out. We can just use that. Okay, so we'll play Glimmer Shot. Get those hasty 4 damage. Anchor. Sod to the left. Wave charge that last little bit. And we can use that wave beam and evade back out of the way. Pretty good turn 1. 7 damage off the bat, hard to complain. Oh, it's tempting to give that multi-shot a root access, but I shouldn't, because that's going to move me further into the damage field. So I will simply play it instead. Oh, that's the other reason multi-shot A is nice, is it makes our crosslink proc more often. Well, this is a tasty looking turn.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I can give Retain to Anchor. That's definitely the card I want that on.
Retanker.
Although I guess if I did play that and everything else, then I could admin deploy Anchor and be rid of it entirely. It would waste my root access, but it would get rid of Anchor. Yeah, probably worth doing that. Okay, so play root access to get rid of it, give beam so to get rid of it, lunge also to get rid of it, admin deploy the Anchor. We are now free of the tyranny of Anchor, and it even hopefully moves me out of harm's way. Oh, this is nice. Oh, whoops. I should have put that shield drone somewhere where it would actually hit me. Oh well. We are probably going to have lethal here anyways. Yep.
Bye-bye.
Pretty good crystal, I would say. Really just had the mishap with Spike 2 there. Clean exhaust, total cache wipe, or time skip. Interesting. Well, so far we've been kind of doing the anti-strategy where we try to have a small deck even though it's a no-skips run.
Uh-huh.
So total cache wipe's not going to help me a ton here. I've never been a huge fan of the card anyways.
Yeah.
Time skip could become useful. Clean exhaust would be fun for the EXEs and for wave charge, but the only reasonable way I'm ever gonna play it is with admin deploy. I'd have to get lucky on card order, and I think a lot of the time it would just turn into a dead weight. But I do have to play one of these.
Clean exhaust A brings the cost down to 3, I think.
It does. That's
Yeah.
still really expensive in a daily.
You're not wrong.
I don't like time skip because it has retain. Like, it could be useful if I got iframes. And I guess it's useful for keeping temp shield an extra turn for reroll and whatnot, but it having retain means it's going to hang out on the left side of my hand until I play it, which is going to make it harder to move left or to save it. So I guess out of these, clean exhaust would probably get in the way the least.
Yeah.
Or I just take cash wipe with the expectation that I never play it unless it's as a finishing move.
Could
But I
be.
don't know, like, I don't have card draw, so like it doing 4 damage isn't actually that much when I can already do 3 with multi-shot or wave beam. I guess, yeah, cash wipe could get rid of anchor, but I can already do that with admin deploy without getting rid of a bunch of cards I actually care about in the process. I think we take clean exhaust and hope that it becomes more useful later on. If nothing else, there will be the occasional turn where I can play it, or combat where I can play it early.
That's my leaning. Dirty
Genesis,
engines.
Berserker Drive, and Dirty Engines. Dirty Engines is a lot less of a downside once you do have clean exhaust.
Uh-huh.
Berserker Drive could be really interesting. It's too bad we didn't take whatever that
Max. Yeah.
yeah, the boost, because that would give us 2. I wasn't thinking about the possibility of finding Berserker Drive. Because yeah, starting with 2 power drive would be pretty great.
You're not wrong.
Genesis seems like it would be giving us a lot of junk to deal with, for how small the deck is.
I mean, we can admin deploy those away.
If we're lucky. But that just exhausts, well, it plays them first, so it would get rid of them, yeah.
Mhm. Thank you, Dunkel. I was definitely considering.
Oh, whether you would get 2 power drive out of that?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I feel like you would, but I don't know. I don't know that I've ever actually come into that situation specifically. I'm thinking we go Dirty Engines with the hope that we can get clean exhaust set up reasonably often to make it worthwhile.
Yep. Yeah. Now we need Lightspeed boot disk.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, well, and the other thing is, like, if we take Dirty Engines, we can just play clean exhaust even if we don't get admin deploy. It does take an entire turn of energy, but it at least makes it possible.
Yep.
I feel like that kind of fits together nicely.
It does. I think that's nice.
Berserker Drive would be pretty good in terms of, like, we have a lot of multi-shot cards. It would effectively double our damage output for a lot of these. So that would speed up fights quite a bit. That's still kind of tempting. Our strategy for damage so far has mostly just been to dodge everything. But yeah, having to deal with the enemy having power drive is always a challenge. Especially if we get as far as fighting Cleo and the Cobalt. With no shield in the deck, it seems a little bit unwise. We'll take Dirty Engines. We'll see how that does. Having more energy is basically never a bad thing.
Hell yeah.
Hey, there's that admin deploy clean exhaust setup. Right off the bat. Do have to get rid of Glissade first to do that, but that's acceptable.
Yep.
And I am totally fine giving multi-shot a retain, although that would move it so I'm not hitting the weak spot. Yeah, I guess I'll just give free roll retain then.
I mean,
Strong Start gives you boost on turn 1. Berserker Drive gives you power drive on combat start. That makes sense.
oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Right, because the warp prep gives you evade, and that would actually hit that. Yep. Fair. All good points. I'm not hitting the weak spot with any of those. I probably could have had lethal there if I
You
had...
can have lethal.
Yeah, I can. You're right.
Yeah. I thought you were doing the math, and I was like, yes, you just did it perfectly.
It's fine. Oh, iframes.
Escalate.
Right there.
And iframes.
Yeah, so I guess there's easily the setup in this daily if you wanted to take the time skip and iframes as your Cleo strategy.
And I was just thinking of Strong Start. And, well, anyway.
Well, yeah, Strong Start also would work nicely with either of these.
I mean, you could take iframes anyway.
I guess. I'm not going to use it. At least not in any other situation than Cleo. I'm thinking we go escalate here, because
I mean,
on a turn where I have both multi-shots, like that would be...
It does work with perfect shield, yes. It is wonderful. If you took either escalate or iframes, that's like hands down candidate for the next upgrade for me.
I suppose. I mean, I don't like iframes for dailies unless I really need it for Cleo. Just because it does that all damage, which makes it so I'm never going to play it outside of Cleo. But... or situations where I'd already be taking more than one, I guess, but I'd rather have something more useful in the deck for the other 90% of the run, you know?
Does escalate be exhaust? No.
No, just has retain.
Dang. I couldn't remember if that was 2 overdrive with exhaust.
No, I think even just with the 1 overdrive, 1 cost, it's still a worthwhile card
with
how many cards
yeah.
I have that do multiple attacks.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, let's look at our routing here. We have 1 route, 2 routes that get us to elites.
Yep.
But one of the 2 has 1 more normal combat than the other.
Yeah.
It looks like that's the way to go. But there are several different ways that we could get there, seeing as this is an event regardless of which way we go, so we could do either of these, we could do either of these, etc. Up a scaffold, interesting. Yeah, probably better to try the lower event of the two if upmost is scaffold, just so that we can see if we get a combat or an artifact out of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But we can take either of these combats first, so up or down, chat? Oh, Shiny just barely beat Dunkel and Ash to it. I think down we go.
Alright, time to betray Ratso.
Yeah, seems that way.
Alright. Aw, no escalate.
Were you just hoping for the immediate wave beam escalate brittle spot
I just
combo?
kinda... I just want Ratso to suffer, I'm sorry.
What do you have against Ratso? Like, I think Ratso's cool and chill. I have more beef with Wizbo.
Okay, like, in my headcanon, they're like family. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like they're either best buds or they annoy the living shit out of each other with no in-between.
Both?
Potentially. I don't really want to give Shuffle Shot Retain. Yeah, Wizbo is both hard to hit and annoying to fight in general.
Oh, I certainly like Ratso more.
We'll play by Ratso's rules for now. Okay, we got clean exhaust. And we have admin deploy. If I glissade and multi-shot, I can line that up. And then I can still play wave charge and get that out. Oh, and I even get free Isaac in this case too. Arch boulders or spamine? I think we spamine here.
Yeah, it's free.
I mean, they're both free, so they have clean exhaust.
Oh, that's okay.
The extra attack because crosslink. Oh, we got an escalate and a multi-shot and we're pointed right at that brittle spot. That's 12 damage.
Yep. Bye.
Well, let's see what Books gets me. If it's an attack, I'm sorry, Ratso, you're gone. That's a glimmer shot.
Hee hee.
Yeah.
Hee 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 hee.
That on its own is already almost enough. Sorry, Ratso, I don't think you'll get the chance.
Hee hee hee. Ooh, pre-upgraded EXE.
Yeah, I think free Dizzy is a fine option here.
Yep. I mean, it's also... Well, never mind.
What?
You don't automatically get Clean Exhaust. You have to play Clean Exhaust before you can get free exhaustible cards.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's Shuffle. So it was either Scaffold or Shuffle, I guess. What'd you say?
The other Celine event.
Yeah. I don't think that's worth it in Tiderunner, because Tiderunner in particular has a very well laid out ship for dodging things.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk a Scaffold ending up on the outside or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of silly.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Sorry, Celine, not this time. Yes, I do. Okay, we wanted to go up so that I don't take that second repair yard and instead can have more combats. So let us do that thing. Okay, Ryder, you're just gonna start way the heck over to the left. That's fine, I guess. It is within reach if I glissade. And I have oodles of energy, so I'd like to actually attack here. Yeah, I think that's one of those where the RNG seeding just kind of varies enough to you can't very specifically predict which events are which, even in the same seed. Zircon, Mage Hand, or Mining Drill. Given that we're gonna have turns with only 3 energy instead of 5, Zircon might be good for banking up for those, but 3 energy isn't all that bad anyway. Having dirty engines is nice for that. Maybe we just go for the extra damage. That's the idea. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, Max.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, can't play the clean exhaust here.
Well, you can reroll?
Why?
Oh, I was thinking because, like, if you played the multi-shot to move over, you wouldn't get any damage on that.
Oh, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. I suppose, yeah, if I reroll first, I could move with Dizzy and then play the multi-shot. Well, it's already concussable anyway, so stun charge helps me none here. Oh boy, an Escalade on a turn where I get no attacks.
Uh-huh.
My favorite. At least I can admin deploy the anchor.
And if you did that, you could retain Escalade?
Yeah, that's true.
Although...
Yeah, I gotta move back over to not take damage here. That's okay, Crosslink's about to give us one more. Okay. Escalade. Lunge being there is inconvenient. I could lunge first, but then escalating would still pull me into the gap.
Well, if you escalate multi-shot to get rid of the missile and do damage.
So if I lunge first, I get an evade from crosslink. Then I escalate, it pulls me into the scaffold, then I move back over. I'd only have to do 6 damage. Yeah, but I'd only get 4 out of multi-shot, so that's still not enough. If it were multi-shot A, that would be game. But it is not, unfortunately.
Well...
Okay, so deflection...
What? I was going to say, what about some combination of escalate, multi-shot, and deflection?
There's just no way for me to line it up. I'm pointed at the armored spot and I don't have movement. If I escalate first, the missile's gonna eat one of the shots.
Oh, well, you know. Escalate lunge.
I just have the 2 energy, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why I was hanging on to the escalate, was I figured I'd rather just save it for that multi-shot A. Save state B. Ah, it doesn't exhaust. I don't know that I've ever really, like, managed to use save state in a way that felt worthwhile. It always just felt, like, too inconsistent to make good use of.
Yeah, I've felt the same.
That and load state having retain, like, having the retain would mean it would be on the left, and so then I would have jank with Tiderunner not being able to move left as easily. If it were safe state A, I guess I would consider it maybe, but I don't know. I guess I'm not that energy constrained anymore, but still. Out of these, I'd almost rather the second lunge than anything.
I'm kind of feeling that myself.
Not a huge fan of this selection regardless. I mean, a pre-upgraded rare is hard to pass up, even if it is a card that I don't, like, super duper love. But it's also upgraded in the way that I don't really want it to be. Like, I'd rather just have the OG save state so it gets out of the deck after I use it. And is free if I play Clean Exhaust. I suppose that's the other argument for save state, though, is that load state does exhaust, so that would still be free. Yeah, I'll take it. I may not use it much, but I'll take it. Okay, now we have the wonderful 3-option question for chat. Do we go up, down, or middle? Because any of these are viable, so. Dunkel gets an up. Up we go. Ah, we get to visit both spikes. Oh, it shows Dunkel first here and on the stream, so that's what we'll go with. But yeah, that was pretty close. Let's see. Got all of our EXEs right away. Not much else.
Or CB like.
But Tormod, that was last combat.
What?
Huh?
What?
Piracy? Rider?
IRC.
Oh, IRC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair enough. I could not hear you clearly.
That's okay. And before Twitch chat has a net split.
A what now?
I miss internet relay chat, okay? Twitch chat's backend is still IRC based.
I see.
Still IRC based.
Stun charge is 0 cost even when discounted, right? Or even when not discounted?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that, and let's give it retain. Because that way I can just use it as a free movement card if I don't. Or if I need to. But then it's also useful as a status effect. Zircon Zip, Mage Hand, Sapphire Shield, probably go for the zip. We do like to zip. Okay, I could play Clean Exhaust here and just get it out of the way. but it wouldn't enable me to play anything else. Still, I could play it and then just dodge one and be fine. I did already play all my EXEs, but it would let me play Wave Charge for free, and it would let me get rid of Trash for free.
That's true.
But still probably worth it. Yeah, I mean, like, the 4 energy I would spend on it now, I've already got 4 energy worth of things in my drop pile that it would pay for, so... we will pay it forward to future turns. Yeah, I like that. I feel like that was worth the setup. And that's lethal. Defensive mode, that's a solid one. Definitely don't need a second save state. Alright, we have a choice of artifact here. Are we going for artifact number up or artifact number down? Lightning fast there, Dunkel. Sharp edges, wonderful.
Is it?
I mean, it's still not bad. We don't have that big of a deck. It's
Okay.
16 cards and a lot of them exhaust.
Fair enough.
Dirty Engines does, like, put a dent in that, but still. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen him at that max this whole run yet.
Yeah, it's coming, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Ooh, the brittle, though.
So brittle.
Gotta hit the britty. Yeah, I felt dirty saying that anyways. Getting pretty with it, which I think mostly just means saying oi a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I think I use my evade here rather than play Wave Beam so that I can get brittle on Wave Beam. And then I multi-shot, Wave Beam. And I get my evade back because multi-shot. Love me some multi-shot. No captions, that is not what I said. There was an attempt. Okay, well I'm pretty well off sides here, and I don't have my Glissade anymore, so I don't think I'm going to be making any attacks this particular turn. Isaac might have something fun. Nope, just Flex Move and Solar Breeze. I guess Flex Move, or either of them really, would prevent damage here. We'll breeze it. See what Books has. Ooh, a Glimmer Shot. Been getting a lot of glimmers from Books this particular run. Not usually quite so fortunate in that regard.
Thanks, Starnicle.
Yeah, this is annoying. I guess if I defensive mode over, I can at least block everything. No attacks here, though. I have the extra energy, I might as well save state first.
Although we can clean exhaust and play a bunch of shit for free. But it does much.
Yeah, clean exhaust wouldn't help me any here. Because it would leave me without any energy to play anchor to get out of the way so as not to take 3 damage. Yeah, I think I just play everything that is not clean exhaust and call it a turn. Oh crap, I probably should have waited to do that. It's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. I have the evade, I can use it. Oh, stop targeting the left side. And I got anchor. And I have no attacks again. Isn't it great? Right, darn it. I forgot that adds it to the right side. I was hoping to give Escalate retain. Oh well. I could line myself up with the brittle spot pretty easily here, but I don't have any attacks to use with it. Well, now I do. Okay, so if I load state, that'll move me left 2, then I'll move left 1 more because Tiderunner. Then Dizzy EXE would move me 1 more to the left. I would still have 3 energy, and I could multi-shot the brittle spot. Then from there, I would have 2 energy. I could lunge. That would move me 2 to the right. Then I would just have 3 damage incoming. But reroll would only block 2 of that. I guess I don't know what Dizzy would give me. Or instead of lunging, I would reroll, use my evade from crosslink and get to where I just have 2, and then I would be able to block that with reroll. So yeah, it's safe either way. Okay, let's carry this out. Line ourselves up with brittle, converter, and deflection. Converter's not very helpful right now, so that's an easy enough choice. If I multi-shot and then deflection, and then just use an evade to move over. Oh, but reroll would still move me back to the left. But yeah, plan A is still a little bit better here. Oh yeah, I suppose I can even play my deflection to keep moving since I used reroll anyways. Not bad as far as turns go. Starnacle just keeps targeting my left side. Well, if I waste my Glimmer Shot, then I Shuffle Shot, that lines me up with the Brittle Spot. Then I should be able to have lethal just with Multi-Shot and Wave Beam. Or just with Wave Beam realistically. Too bad to waste that Glimmer, but it's all in service of ending Starnacle, so. A System Security B, a reroute, or a reroll. I don't like System Security B here at all. I think we just take another reroll. Oh, there's Strong Start again. Fracture Detection or Shield Memory?
Hard not to go with Fracture Detection.
Yeah. Shield Memory
plays so nicely into Cockpit Lock-On.
I guess? I don't think it does. I feel like already having Cockpit Lock-On, you're going to prioritize doing damage in the spot where you know it's going to do extra damage, and that's going to make you less likely to find the brittle spot. Although I suppose if the brittle spot happens to be the cockpit, then it makes it easier to tell.
For sure.
I like shield memory because we don't have many sources of shield, and that'll make it easier to bank up some shield, but...
Do we often end battles with reserve?
Reasonably.
I haven't been paying attention to that.
I don't know. I mean, I have the Dizzy EXE now and defensive mode, so it's not quite as crucial or as slim as it had been. Let's take Fracture Detection.
Oh.
It may come in handy in some particular situation. Ah, small crystal. Well, this is a good one for fracture detection. There's only 4 things it could be. We also got admin deploy clean exhaust. No, it's not the left one. Is it the second to the left one? No. So it's one of the right two. It's the right one. Yeah. Isaac moves me 1. Reroll moves me 1 more. Trash. That would actually line me up. Well, actually, no. I suppose I have to play whatever Isaac gives me first. But still. Not bad. Boulders. Boulders are missile shot. Well, missile shot's free damage. Not free, but you get what I mean. It is damage. I guess one of these two is going to miss either way, so it doesn't really matter which. Oh, thanks for lining yourself up there, buddy. Ooh, time skip A. No exhaust on that one. Or a CAD EXE. Either of those are pretty good. I'm thinking time skip A, and then if we find another iframes, we take it.
Yep.
Strong start, ion converter, and shield memory, so we get to take another stab at any one of these 3. This is the 3rd time we've been offered strong start this run.
It's still hard not to lean into ion converter.
Yeah, I was thinking it. A little more useful than shield memory here. There's definitely plenty of turns now that we have dirty engines where we have extra energy to spare, so. Well, we are at least consistent in that we are arriving at our zone boss right as we hit ad break. What should we upgrade first? We could go for... I don't know that escalate's really worth it. We're fine on energy. Maybe lunge B for extra damage. The other multi-shot.
If you're not as concerned about energy at this point,
Super clean exhaust.
the other multi-shot is good value. It's another 50%.
Yeah. I mean, we could also go piercing with it, but... I do like having more attacks. Good for crosslink.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go.
Okay, well, I know y'all like this music, so we're gonna go ahead and start combat. Did not get either alternate boss this run. Interesting. But this is our second ad break, so I'm going to get up, take a break, get some water, stretch, all that, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes to clean up rigs. Yeah, we're back. Considering how many cards in my hand exhaust anyways, and the whole binary star thing, so I have 5 energy this turn, I'm tempted to just play clean exhaust here.
Seems smart.
Sod and reroll. Then yeah, that'll put me in a good spot. Very nice. Okay, so only 3 energy here. However, admin, deploy, and anchor are favorably aligned. We have plenty of evade, so I think we just go for it. Play all the cards. Too bad we don't have any card draw in this build, because it's getting to the point where it would be kind of useful.
Rigs.exe or something would maybe be good?
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, I keep forgetting that that puts it on the right. That's kind of annoying. I guess we can shuffle it up and see where things exist afterward. That helps me none. Okay. Okay. Got our escalate multi-shot and pointed at the weak spot. Let's see if we can be incredibly lucky and pull another glimmer shot.
That would be awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Hee hee hee.
Dizzy attack? Nope, okay. Pulse barrier or momentum? I'm thinking pulse.
I'm thinking that too.
Let's do the damage. That's tasty.
There was.
Too bad we did not pull an attack, because that would have been all the damage we needed, but
GG.
Boink. Ooh, a whole 10 hull.
Prism.
Prism, save state overclock. Yeah, I think Prism's the easy pick here.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Simplicity, Mooring Line V2, or Power Diversion.
Would you like to get rid of more cards?
Yeah, I don't think we need Power Diversion because we
I don't
already
think we
have
do.
Dirty Engines, so we're doing okay as far as energy goes. Simplicity is tasty in concept. Mooring Line V2 would be pretty nice too, though. It would save me having to get lucky with admin deploy as often.
Oh, which 3 cards would we ditch?
Yeah, if I were to take Simplicity, I think I could easily lose a second reroll. I don't need 2 of those all that much. I could probably lose Shuffle Shot, and then maybe Save State.
Yeah, save state B thing. Kind of pointless.
I haven't made a ton of use of Root Access, but that also is free and exhausts itself, so it's not really worth removing. Isaac's been useful sometimes. Izzy's been useful sometimes. I wouldn't mind getting rid of one or both of those again.
I think keeping the upgraded EXE is probably worth it.
Yeah.
I think a reroll, save state B, those seem like pretty solid options for removal.
I could just remove Lunge and keep Shuffle Shot, actually. The movement's been useful sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know, like sometimes it's an annoyance and sometimes it's helpful, but yeah, save state's definitely not doing a ton for us here.
So I think we've decided on simplicity at the very least.
Yeah, I like Mooring Line, but we do already sort of have that figured out with admin deploy.
Yeah.
So
I love this.
we're just playing counter to how the daily wants us to by keeping our deck tiny somehow. Well, not tiny, but small.
Yeah.
Reasonably slim. How about that? Okay, so save state, and then what was the other one?
Probably Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, Isaac, Lunge. Shuffle Shot. Of those, probably Isaac. Yeah. Yep. Granted, I mean, if we get rid of an EXE, that's one less card color for Prism, but
I don't think it's gonna matter that much.
probably not.
We will probably get better EXE cards.
Maybe. I mean, the EXEs are also made free by Clean Exhaust. That's kind of the other consideration.
Yeah, you have a point.
So that does make them a little bit better value. And Isaac has been good for mid-row as a defensive tool. Yeah, I don't know. I'd almost be more inclined to get rid of Lunge or Shuffle Shot. But
I guess of those two, Shuffle Shot, I still like having the option to have the movement in the event that we need to have the movement.
yeah, that's fair.
Because we still have reroll to switch the card order around.
Yeah, and reroll's deterministic, whereas Shuffle Shot messes with me as often as not, so...
Yeah, Shuffle Shot seems fine then. Cool.
On we go. Into Void's Cradle. Okay, well, we do have fracture detection. I need to remember that that's a thing.
Mhm. So you have a 25% chance of having that rightmost wing be the time, or be the spot, rather.
That we do.
Not
Nope.
that one.
There's that darn anchor again. Yeah, I haven't had great luck with that lately. Hey, there's the clean exhaust and a handful of things that exhaust.
How convenient.
I even got the admin deploy, but I don't need it, so...
Mhm. Forgot about sharp edges.
Yep, we do still have that one. The brittle spot is neither of those. I want to say this is the only spot I haven't shot yet. That in the cockpit. Yep,
There we
that's
go.
it. Oh, you know, I should have admin deployed that zircon zip now that I don't have any more crystal. It's probably not going to matter anyway, either way, because it looks like I have lethal here.
Yeah,
but-
you should be just fine. GG.
Oh, iframes A. That's great, actually, because that doesn't end turn.
I thought we already had an iframe, so.
We do not have an iframes. We got time skip A.
Oh, my bad. Cool. Yeah, take it.
Yeah, considering we haven't seen a Peri at all yet, I think having more options for Cleo is better if we want to have any chance of making that fight happen.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't currently have the damage output to where I would be confident for it, but we might by the time we get there. Looks like we can make 2 elites here.
Mhm.
And we get a lot of repair yards. I mean, I guess we can take an event here instead of this one, but we still get 2 2 repair yards if we go that way.
Upgrades, baby.
Yeah. Let's take the event, see what we get. Hopefully
Bjorn.
something
Let's
good.
go, Bjorn. Or the mystery rare or whatever.
Why would you go all the way up when you can get 2 elites in an event? I mean, I guess like the elite and event is the same number of points as going through 3 combats. Yeah, but the elites are worth twice as much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, all the way up is the same number of points as going down with the elite, that you also get the event, which could be more points, or an artifact, or something else useful. And 1 less card to have to add to your deck. Ah, it's Grandma. We could even remove a card.
Grandma. Ugly cake.
Or gain a random rare, oh boy.
Ah, yes. I did just mention the random rare.
Rare card into Peri, yeah, that'd be some incredible luck.
Honestly,
I don't think it's worth it. I think it'd be better to just remove something, but
it would be funny.
it would be funny.
Let's go gambling.
I mean, we did just remove a bunch of cards, I guess, but
The temptation is real.
yeah. Yeah. I would say let's just get rid of what we just picked up, except what we just picked up was actually great, so...
It was great. Still is. And it's exhaustible, so you can play it for free later.
Yeah, I suppose if I'm lucky, yeah. Oh, man, I am getting tired. I don't know, I mean... I guess I worry taking random rares with Max, because most of Max's rares are not things that I want. Like, we just get another save state again, that would kind of suck. Or we could end up with something like Inverter, which wouldn't be super helpful. I guess it'd be better now, but...
You do have Ion Converter.
yeah. Oh, I don't know. What do you all think in the chat? Ash says just always be lucky, yeah.
I want the treat. We so rarely get the treat.
We do rarely get the treat.
Chaka's not here to rep the bread knot.
I do want to do another Dreadnought run sometime. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
It is one heck of a mod. I mean, I think our deck is pretty solid. If anything, like, there's not a whole lot that's, like, readily on the chopping block to remove other than maybe another EXE or Lunge. Or, like, maybe we could get away without the reroll at this point, but that's been kind of useful for rearranging the hand. Screw it. Another time skip. Okay, should have removed a card. Oh well.
Yeah.
At least that one exhausts, so... won't need to hang on to it.
Hello, Brack.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 1 iframes and 2 time skips, so that's not quite how we want it, but I guess it gives us a better chance of drawing the time skip on the appropriate turn if we hadn't already.
Or if there's another status that we want to keep for some reason, we're all like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I think Temp Shield's the only other thing that I have that would apply to that.
Yeah, that's right.
gonna take Button Mash here just because I know with Clean Exhaust later I'll be able to play it for free and also get it out of the deck. Although I guess I have the energy, I could just play it now. Maybe I'll just do that. Not otherwise using that energy for anything, so I'll just scoot over. That's not in my Crab Facts database. Cat's Crab Facts disagree with your own. Okay, got a pretty good prism here. Let's see what hooks gets us. Not a whole ton. I guess we can grab a crystal shard. Can't exhaust anchor on this turn though. Nice. Oh wait, no we can't because we use that energy on Prism. Right. Sure, why not? Let's play time skip and keep that overdrive for next turn. Max has successfully unsubscribed from Crabfax. Play the drones game. Also, we can time skip to keep the overdrive another turn.
Why not? So that's more than just time shift.
Well, the anchor is annoying. You have 5 evade, which just barely puts me in range. With another Escalade, I mean, that seems worth doing. 5 damage pierced. I also got time skip again, so I can just hang on to the Escalade.
Or you could do 60.
What do you mean?
Or never mind, 5.
Yeah.
I can count.
That's what, like 3 turns in a row now that I've been able to play time skip? That's pretty good. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Brack. Eh.
Ooh, that's a selection. Do we go for Peri EXE to give us a better chance at Peri, or do we go for Overpower B just for more, Overpower? I don't really like the B upgrade, actually, because that gets rid of exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes it not free. Yeah, I wish it was unupgraded.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of that. Honestly, I think we take the EXE because it'll just give me one more chance at, yeah, more gambling. Hey there, Duncan. That's what you think, Max.
Like Duncan.
My secret plan all along has been to come here to steal Duncan's rocks. Okay, well, we know one of the drills is the brittle spot.
Suppose, yeah.
Not that I have too many attacks this turn for it to matter.
Puzzle shift over, let's go.
Quick deflection. I suppose, I would rather glissade over to just get 3 in one go, but...
Oh, that's fair too. Might be worth it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a 50-50, so if I glissade over, I can deflection and mage hand. Then I'll end up 1 over, and I'll only need to block 2, which I'll already have the block from these 2 cards to be able to do.
Seems great.
Still leaves me with a couple energy to spare, but I don't really have any reason to play time skip or iframes. No. Well, I guess I could play time skip just to keep the temp shield. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, darn. Okay. Other drill. That's pretty satisfying. Darn it, got anchor on the same turn as clean exhaust again. Guess I could root access it so I can use it next turn. Yeah, but now I don't want to pass up the multi-shot damage. Oh well. Bye, Duncan. Extra battery A. Oh, Mathmax A, though.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
I do like Mathmax A.
Sure.
Yeah, the extra energy is tempting, but like, without the card draw, what good is it? And I definitely don't have card draw, so...
You don't really have energy problems.
No.
So like, yeah?
Yep.
It really wants us to have strong start.
Yeah, that's, I think, one of the most I've seen an artifact be offered in a single run.
It's the 4th time.
Yeah, a strong start would be helpful now for stuff like iframes or escalate. Yeah, or time skip, I suppose. We'll just have to think about it at the beginning of each combat. But yeah, I think it's more helpful than either of these other two at this point.
Yeah, likewise.
Ricochet Paddle's not bad, but it's not something that I basically ever go out of my way to take. Alright. Bonus repair yard. What are we doing?
Hey.
We've got Peri EXE, we could improve our gambling odds.
That's true, you could do one of 3 cards. Actually, that's not the word. Escalate A being free is always nice, but I mean, like, again, you're not running into energy issues.
Not much, yeah.
What does Prism upgrade to?
One of them is draws 1 first, and the other one discards 1 first, but does twice as much damage per card color. I don't think either is especially worth the upgrade here, but... Yeah, I'm thinking we either upgrade Peri EXE to give us better odds, or we add a second shot to lunge. What's the verdict?
Peri.
Yeah. May as well keep gambling. May I please have a tissue?
Yes.
Thank you. Alright, chat, one more artifact to choose. Are we going for the up one or the down one?
Shiny was a little too late this time.
Go ahead and have a pleasing sinusoidal zone 3 path. Hull plating, okay.
Good for Cleo.
Yeah, potentially. Hopefully don't need to tap into it too much, but...
I mean, Dunkel, the opposite could have been like Jettison Hatch or something, so like, eh.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing. Even with it being the same seed, by this point in the seed, the different decisions have diverged enough, it might not even match other people's runs, so...
Yeah. It's okay, we're gonna try to jettison Cleo.
Well, I got Clean Exhaust turn 1 with a bunch of exhaustible cards again, so... Shrug? May as well. Ooh, barrage, extra battery, rev the engines. Barrage I wouldn't be able to play this turn. Rev the engines retains, so I could save it for another turn, but I don't know how useful it would really be. If I grabbed extra battery here, that would let me play Math.max and then one card from it. Or
Unless
just
any
whatever.
of those cards were exhaustible and then you can play more than one.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, let's grab extra battery.
Yeah.
See what Isaac has. Shift shot or parallel shift? I'd rather not move them left 2, actually.
Yeah.
That helps me none. Okay, let's just grab the energy and Math.max and see what other exhaustible cards we get. Nothing else that'll get me through the deck faster. Here's Escalate. And Time Skip. The exhaustible one, so we can keep the Escalate. Fortunately, only have one energy, so we couldn't also play multi-shot. What's up?
We just... yeah.
Did get books.
Exhaustible cards are double free.
Oh, yeah, because of the boost. Yes. I was not paying attention to that, sorry.
That's fine, I just noticed and I was like, hee hee.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything different, unfortunately. There's no silly, funny thing when you double it, but...
It makes them twice as expensive.
health does it have left? 16.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it this turn, but
Unless you find the brick spot.
yeah, well.
Honestly, that would be lethal if you did.
Yeah, I just haven't been looking for it, and I doubt I'll find it.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess I know it's not this spot. I don't think I've attacked this wing or these two spots, though, so eh.
Could be right there.
It could be, it could be. It is not.
Sadness.
Not bad for Colossus. Another books, an inverter, or a Drake B. I don't know if Drake EXEs are really all that great.
Would you accidentally like to double your heat?
Right, yeah. I think I'd rather grab another books.
I think that's a smart play.
At least they could work together, but inverter's not bad at this point, but I don't think it would help a ton, like now that we're right at the end.
We don't have enough shield gen.
Yeah. Armored Bay. Armored Bay is nice.
That shiny set.
Yeah, I think Armored Bay is the obvious pick here.
Yeah.
Save us at least a little damage.
Oh, there's another random card draw. Random Peri card, let's go!
No. This only gives you cards for your crew.
Yeah, we have Peri.
Oh, duh, yeah, but it's usually not rares, it's commons.
Is it?
It's like commons and uncommons. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would risk it. It seems like it's just an extra card.
Okay.
It's too bad this wasn't the ephemeral event, because having an ephemeral blast would be great, but...
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, well, now, we are on to it. I don't know if I feel, like, super great about this, but maybe we can make it work. I do at least have the whole iframes time skip thing.
And chaff emitters.
And chaff emitters. But I don't have a great build for outputting damage. I mean... That's, I think, my biggest concern is I'm just, like, the attrition is gonna be rough.
You do have math.max. You do have clean exhaust. And
Yeah,
time
but I'm
skip.
unlikely to get the chance to set up clean exhaust. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know.
I feel like I'm quite possibly gonna lose it here.
Technically 3 turns of perfect shield.
Yeah, since I do have the what's it called? The strong start. If I get lucky and play... If I get lucky and grab iframes turn 1...
Yeah.
And I'm able to play it. And then I also get a time skip, then yeah, I could get 3 turns perfect shield. Or 4, yeah, if I get more than 1 time skip. Yeah.
It could be interesting.
Oh boy, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth a try.
You have a lot of tools. Yeah.
It's just, do I get lucky with Shuffle or not?
We're gonna find out.
Or with Peri EXE giving me a Peri? There's still a chance.
telling me there's a chance.
Alright, time to potentially throw the runaway. But hey, worth a shot. I also have Glissade turn 1, so that at least makes getting out of the woods on turn 1 a little easier. Oh man, that's a turn 1. We got time skip, but not much else. Yeah, I think we gotta play the EXE. I mean, even if we don't get a Peri, it might at least give me a movement card to get out of here a little faster.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, overpower is not bad considering I have time skip. That's fair.
But do you want to keep time skip? Although, yeah, if you play...
I mean, this is the A, so I can play it without penalty, but...
That's true. And if you were to play overpower, it would get doubled.
Well, not doubled, but it'll have 1 added to it.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, it'll be 3 overpower, and you'll retain it for next turn.
Yep. Yeah, I think now we start running to the right, and also I play that time skip.
Yeah, that seems good.
Oh, maybe I should have gone left, actually, because Glissade is backwards from... Yeah, that's going to be a little wonky. I probably should have counted before I started playing cards.
Eh. Time skip, baby, let's go.
Okay, so time skip, 2 movement, that puts me here. Glissade would move me 1 more. So then I would be taking 7. So I'd only take 4 hull damage. Could be worse. Probably worth taking 4 as opposed to, or yeah. I would only take 2 hull damage if I skipped playing time skip and played Prism instead and went 1 further. But I think keeping the extra overdrive is more worth it.
Probably so.
So we play time skip. Glissade. Then Dervade. End turn. Ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, probably.
It's fine.
We do also have fracture detection, so we know that one of these 2 wings is going to be brittle. Yep. Not that I have the movement to easily get there, but we got both our books EXEs and an anchor. Yeah, really just did not get a good shuffle on this one. Oh, nuts. Five damage mage hand though. If I get another attack out of the other EXE, that'll at least get me an evade from crosslink. Oh, it's too bad I don't have that evade already, because it'd be really nice to test that wing. I think I should have played Prism last turn and skipped the time skip, or saved the time skip for this turn. Because then I would have that evade, but I don't know.
Well, we're probably going to redo it, so play it out.
Probably, yeah. I can at least avoid taking any damage this turn. Like, I'm already free and clear there, so that's pretty nice. Probably better to save the evade.
I would. And now we have chaff emitters.
Right, so we can at least avoid some of these. Oh, it's weird that we ended up so far on the... I guess Cleo's centered to the left side of the ship.
Clean exhaust, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, there's no reason not to. Everything exhausts.
Yep.
Got lucky.
Just keep playing EXEs.
Yep. And the boulder would let me get rid of a missile, so... Oop. You know, this is not at all how I was expecting to... Oh, darn it. I wish I had played that earlier, because then I could have tested that one. I guess that's another thing to keep in mind for when I inevitably have to redo this one. But yeah, I mean, I was not expecting to survive to turn 3 this way. We just got kinda lucky with a lot of that.
Take one hull, but that could be worse.
Yeah. I mean, I could skip it if I spend the evade, but... I'm gonna need the evade more next turn.
It's fine.
Losing all my sweet, sweet overdrive, though. Oh well.
Here's the iframes.
Yep, finally got it. Don't have my boost or my time skip anymore. Yeah, it's still in the deck.
So
I bottom decked Mathmax and one of the time skips.
click it now. I mean, you may as well.
Yeah, it would let me be aggro this turn without worrying about it. I mean, I probably still, like, if I just play everything to the right, would be able to get out of the way, but iframes in the way of doing that anyway, so... Yeah, may as well see if the riddle spot is there.
Oh yeah, ad break.
Oh, dang it. Yeah. I saw it coming up and I didn't realize that it was already there. Whoops. Okay, well, for anyone still watching, we are going for a quick ad break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Try and finish this up if we can. Alrighty, sorry about the unannounced ad break. I was just rambling away and got distracted for a bit long and forgot to look at the timer. But, hi again. We are back. We are somehow on turn 4 of Cleo without having gotten our iframes. Yeah, I mean, I could spend it this turn, probably should. It's just a shame not to be able to extend it at all. But yeah, let's test that wing for the brittle spot, because that's going to be useful info. What? Oh yeah, I suppose I would have wanted to lunge.
Yeah. It's fine.
Oops.
You could...
I could move back and then lunge and then multi-shot.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's the brittle spot.
There it is.
Okay. Triple 6 score, wow. Well, I got 777 on my last, so that's, triples at least. Anyway, yeah, I should have thought that movement through before I started doing things. At least we did find the brittle spot. So we know it's right side. That's important info. We're not gonna die here because we have perfect shield.
Yep.
We may die at end of next turn, so this may be the point at which we restart. .24 hull. Oof. Granted,
Nice to have both of your time skips here, though.
we have meth.max, and we have relatively... I mean... Yeah, I can play time skip non-upgraded to get it out of the way easy. I can play wave charge, grab my wave beam.
Do we have anything in the draw pile that...
Oh yeah, the anchor. Yep.
It's getting there.
But yeah, lunge and lunge and
there?
escalate would both be handy things here. The boulder would be handy here. But yeah, if I wave beam and use my one evade, that at least gets me close to the wing. I guess I could spend time skip just to get me that much closer, but...
I mean, it's not like it hurts you to do that.
Well, it costs me an extra energy.
Yeah.
I do at least get block out of it, but...
And you have clean exhaust. But you've already played all of your exhaust cards anyway, I guess.
Yeah. The problem is, if I play time skip now, and then I evade, and so I'm lined up with the brittle spot, then if I play Math Max and don't draw the anchor, it'll overshoot and move me past the edge of Cleo's ship entirely.
Well, then just play Math Max.
Yeah,
I wouldn't use the evade yet, just to see what your options are after you play Math Max.
I think I agree with Shiny. I think play for the best case. I move over, I time skip, I hope I draw the anchor. There it is. Alright. Boulder saves me a couple damage here, and then I've only got... That's 5, and that's 3, yeah. so that's pretty manageable. Unfortunately, only have 2 energy to spend on attacks, but still do a lot with 2 energy here.
Oh.
Wait, this kills?
Oh.
Oh yeah, because if I escalate multi-shot would be already 18, yeah.
Do not escalate.
Don't escalate, yeah, if I just multi-shot, that's 12, and then Prism is 8. Yeah, that's exact. Yep.
Well, do you want to redo? How many turns is this? You've taken hull.
I mean, I could probably do it with less hull, but I don't feel the need to redo just for that. I was only going to redo if I wasn't going to make it.
Yeah,
that's kind of my whole
it.
ethos with this, is to approach dailies as I go in blind, I do it in one shot, and I just get the best score I can in a single run.
Is this 4 or 5?
I want to say this is the 5th turn. Oh, I guess I can't go based on score because I've taken hull damage.
Whatever. Let's finish it.
Yeah, this is the 5th turn, because last turn was turn 4, and I survived the cannons by using my perfect shield.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm satisfied. I was expecting to have to restart, so that is exact lethal.
Yep.
Wild. Sometimes you just gotta hang in there.
But was it worth it?
Fracture detection definitely helps a lot once you know how it works with Cleo, yeah. Oh, it was more than exact because the 8 was doubled. Duh.
Yeah, because I was 60.
For some reason, I doubled the multi-shot and not the prism in my head. Right, binary star, because this is a proper boss, whereas Cleo doesn't count. Not that it matters at this point, because I get 5 energy per turn anyways, but... Okay, Brittle is somewhere on the outside on this one. This is certainly a hand, yeah. Did not get any card draw.
Moving to the left.
Or any attacks. Yeah, I suppose we could. Darn. Was hoping for an attack there. That's fine, I can just stay put and play reroll. I guess that's the turn. Not really anything else to do here. I suppose I could play time skip if I want to hang on to my temp shield, but I'm going to use it here anyway, so why bother?
I mean,
and I don't want to waste my boost.
You'll get another shield from Ion Converter, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Well, boost doesn't impact shield, it only impacts statuses. Okay, we got Anchor. Got our Peri EXE, we got Lunge. Got some options here. Anchor is one of our card colors for Prism, but we're also not lined up to hit, so I kind of have to play it. Of course.
You know, better late than never. Peri's always reliable, huh?
Yeah,
I'm
about
right
that.
here.
About that. I mean, it's still 12 damage, so it could be worth taking. Otherwise, just grabbing the overpower to hit with boost and time skip.
If you had clean exhaust, it would be more funny, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I grabbed the overpower here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's... Of course.
Overpower out of spite.
Something like that.
It won't take damage.
That's true. I can just hang out. Oh, I forgot to play the time skip. I played Prism instead of the time skip. Oops.
It's fine.
That means I lose an overpower. I could have had 3. It's a waste. It's an annoying waste. Because now I'm going to draw one of my multi-shots.
It's fine.
If not both. I am irritated with myself.
Escalade A, baby, let's go.
Nope, just both multi-shots. Like I said.
Yeah, you got books. Might get some crystal.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have 6 energy.
No, it's gonna be all attack cards, and I'm gonna be annoyed that I don't have that extra overdrive. Well, I already have all the energy I need other than to play time skip. I guess, yeah, I'll take this so I can play time skip. I could have had so much more damage. Mind me just pouting. This is what happens when I'm tired. I make mistakes. It is okay.
Yeah,
We're allowed to make mistakes.
I feel that.
I could do the boring thing here and just play clean exhaust, get rid of all the trash, and call it a turn. What?
Or
Or I could play math.max.
you wouldn't draw a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's probably better to play clean exhaust so I can just start dealing with the trash more effectively.
Yeah, probably.
It's funny being able to just play clean exhaust from energy on the low energy turn on a binary.
Yep.
It's not quite as off the wall as the 13 energy I had on turn 1 last week, but still fun. Well, I can escalate time skip. I can at least keep that overdrive for next turn.
True.
It's annoying having 6 energy and only being able to spend 2 of it, but...
Get some free shield.
Here's Anchor again. Oh, but admin deploy. I can get rid of it.
Sure. And GG Cobalt.
Okay. Not the cleanest Cobalt fight. Not the cleanest run in general, but still not bad. Made it work.
Yep.
Given how exhausted I am right now, I don't feel bad about that in the slightest.
Nice.
Wow, okay. That was a closer margin than usual for me there. 4 turns faster? Wow, okay.
Margin of 4 hull damage.
Yeah, just took a bit of damage with that lousy shuffle. I think that's one of the longer Cleo combats I've had. That was, yeah.
I think it was 102 turns.
Your whole Cleo plan was iframe instead of damage. Yeah, I mean, like, so was mine, kind of. I just didn't end up actually getting to use it that way. 108 turns, 2 damage. Wow. Well, hey, I mean, nice job taking so little damage. Oh, hey, good scores yesterday, Dunkel and Shiny. I was not trying to click that button, but neat to see, given that I did. But yeah, that was a good one. Go back to that run summary. Where is it?
104.
Yeah, 104, 7 damage. Just, took a bit more. I took 1 damage on Spike Jr. or Spike 2, and all the rest was Cleo. But yeah, I mean, if I had restarted that fight and gone for it again, I probably could have done that one with less damage. And maybe a turn faster. Especially knowing where the brittle spot is ahead of time. But I feel like that one turn where I played the time skip instead of the prism. If I had played the prism instead, that might have worked out better for me, because it would have gotten me a little more evade from crosslink. As well as doing a little more damage further up. But no way to know what the shuffle is like until you've already started the fight, so...
Yep.
I'd say that's pretty darn good.
Totally.
I am also pretty darn tired, so let me check and see if there's anyone on to raid, and otherwise we'll call it a night. Okay, no one I super duper recognize, so we're just gonna call it. Thank you all for coming out. I will be back for modded stream, because we will be back for modded stream on Thursday, as per usual. Friday morning for those anywhere to the east. And yeah. Hope y'all have a good week.
Have a good one. Take care. See you soon.